Hi everyone, welcome to OneX Labs. In this video, I'm going to talk about marks cards. So marks card, so here you see this is called marks card where you have various options to change your graph. So you can, by default it is set to automatic. If you want to change to any other graph, you can set it from here also. And also you have some pre-attentive attributes options like color, size, label, detail, tooltips, etc. So let's learn about each and everything in this video. So once you have created your visualizations, if you want to customize your visualization by adding some colors or adjusting the size or placing the value using labels or adding items to the tooltip. So we have to know about these various pre-attentive attributes. And also you will be getting multiple questions based on this in Tableau certification exam. It can be based on the color or it can be based on certain types of pre-attentive attributes. For example, they will ask you like for which graphs you can adjust the size and for which graphs you cannot adjust the size. Suppose if I am choosing this tree maps, okay, see, you cannot adjust the size. If you even click on this size, you will not get any option. But if you see for other graphs, I have this adjusting the size option. But when I click on the tree maps, I cannot adjust the size. Even when you click on the size, you will not get any option here. And also one more question, like if you see here, we have something called shapes. So for what all graphs you can use this shape. So they may give you some options like they will give you some few graphs and they may ask you whether you can use shapes for this graph or not. Okay, so that type of questions will be coming in your certifications. Okay, so you have to be clear with each and every option. You have to know like what all the options we have in color and for what all graphs you can use the size options, and there will be some questions related to labels and detail. So why we are using this detail and tooltips. Okay, so and shapes. So what all the graphs you can choose shapes option. So these types of questions may come and you have to be clear on that. Okay. So let's learn one by one. So first, let's see about colors. So when you want to introduce colors to your graph, so you have to drag the corresponding dimensions or measures into this color section. Okay, so here I have customer name and sales graph. Suppose if I want to color this graph based on segment, let me drag the segment to the colors. So we have three classifications. Customers belong to consumer, corporate and home office. So we have three distinct colors. Because we know the segment is a discrete value, we get three distinct colors. And if you click on the colors and edit colors, you have this various color palettes option where you can choose any color palette and also you can apply those colors. Okay, so what happens if I want to put a continuous field on the color? That is, let me drag the sales value on the color. So when you drag the sales value, it is a continuous field. So we already know what is discrete and what is continuous. Continuous is an unbroken value which keeps on growing, right? So in that case, it will have only a single diverging color where you can see from the lighter shade to a darker shade, only we are using the blue color. So I have already explained you for each measure a default color will be set, and when you place that color, so the default color of sales value is blue, so automatically you get the diverging color, that is the continuous range color of blue color. Okay, so here also we have the various color palettes like a single color, double diverging colors, triple diverging colors, etc. Okay, so you also have the stepped color option in case when you choose two color or three color option where you can fix the colors by using this stepped color option, or you can reverse the colors, so what color to be on the highest side and what color to be on the lowest side. You can also use the full color range. And one more thing, they will ask you a question like how to fix the center point of the colors. Okay, so suppose if I want my end color to start from this point, so how to do that? See, if you click here the advanced option, so you have the options like giving the starting point, ending point and center point. Okay, remember this. And halo effect. So when halo effect can be used, this halo effect can be used only on the map sections, not for the other visualizations. Okay. Then size. So when it comes to size, like few graphs are based on the size and color. For example, packed bubbles and tree maps. These types of graphs are mainly, sorry, not tree maps, packed bubbles, heat maps. These types are mainly based on the size and the color. Okay, so you can adjust this. Okay, this is based, the sales value is based on the color. Since for this graph also, this mainly for tree maps and the packed bubbles, it depends on size and the color. The size is not editable. So this is what I was mentioning. For tree maps and packed bubbles, the size is not editable because these two graphs mainly depends on the size and the color. So here you can see, according to the sales value, we get different circles of the products. Then labels. So if you want to display the value on the graph, you can use this label section. Okay, not only you have to display the values which is part of the view, you can also display the values which is not part of the view as well by just dragging that field to the label section. Okay, so so you will be getting a question like, so what we need to do if I don't get labels for certain circles? So definitely the option is, by default in Tableau, it does not allow the overlapping of labels. Okay, you can see in this example we have some smaller circles. The labels were not displayed because it will overlap the other circles. So in that case is only if you give this option allow labels to overlap other marks, you will be getting the labels. Okay, so you have to choose the option allow labels to overlap other marks in order to get labels for all the circles. Okay, and then when we will be using the detail section. So we already know when you add a dimension, it adds a detail to the view. So when I want to relate some dimension or a measure at the detail level, rather than directly to be affected on the graph, in that cases I can use this detail section. For example, in this scatter plot, I have a single value which shows me the sales and profit, because you know these are automatically aggregated. Now if I want to use if I want to show the sales value across each category, I can drag the category to the detail section. Okay, this shows me the sales and profit value across the category. See, if you drag it to the rows or column section, you will be getting the values on the individual scatter plot. Okay, but I want to see the relation. Scatter plots itself mainly it is used to find the relation between these two variables, right? So in that cases, I have to use my dimensions only on the detail section. Okay, and when it comes to tooltips, by default, whatever items related, whatever fields related to the view, you will be getting it on the tooltips. In case if you want to use more fields on the tooltips also, it is possible. For example, I want to show the subcategory also here, I can add it on the tooltips. Okay, and the shapes. Only for certain grapes this shapes is possible. Only for certain graphs, so you will be getting this shape option. So you should be aware like for what all the graphs this shape option is possible, because you may get questions similar to that also. Okay, so now I put category on the shapes. So you get and also category on the colors. So this makes my graph more meaningful. Okay, so you have the default shapes, and also you can change to any other shapes as well. So only when you choose the polygon you will get this part. Okay, like that there are some pre-attentive attributes are very specific to, and so this polygon is mostly useful on maps when you create polygon maps. So certain pre-attentive attributes are very specific to certain types of visualizations alone. So we have to be aware of that in order to answer those questions on the certification part. I hope the marks card things are clear. Thanks for listening to the video. Thank you.